much again for those who already stay in these sessions because we are going to have the next part 2 sessions. So could I get the tentative for the part 2? Someone from our technical team can show the tentative part. All right. Based on what we've been listened to the first part, so suppose that everyone in this particular sustainability, they already knows what happens, what's going on, and this part 2 is more towards the managing on the promotion of the sustainability program. And if you look into the particular part on the outcomes over there, it is a part of understanding that on the living laboratory is actually the key element in order for us to implement the sustainability concept in the various sectors, as well as how to make sure that our own portfolios that you are now working on it, promoting and make it another stakeholder to participate the sustainability. So this is what we supposed to make sure that everyone who actually stay tuned until now, until this session, to make sure that they learn a lot of the things. And we will start since it's already a little bit late. A lot of maybe taken times for us because there are a few technical issues in the morning session. So we may have a start in another 2 or 3 minutes. But if you look down there, because we have a few slots that we already put in mind on the sustainability action plan by Dr. Samsul, then we go for the slot 5. Then each of these slot has their own reflection. Then if you continue to the slot 6, we are asking few peoples from our networks, especially from from one of the particular student NGO, and also our director of CCIN, and also one of the representative from our association like Pertisas in UTM, to give us a kind of experience, sharings, how they engage with the stakeholders. Okay, so now the first session on the slot 4. Thank you very much again, our technical teams. Maybe you can hidden the agenda. So I would like to call the next speaker for today's, especially on sustainability action plan, how the roles of volunteers in developing our green community, especially in our campus. So the speakers with us today is Associate Professor Engineer Dr. Samsul Sarip, and he's also one of our Deputy Director, same like Dr. Shazwin just now. And he's actually just 2 years in the position for the sustainability, but I think he learned a lot of things. Once he also one of the key or important person in the community basis because he is very active in the community programs. So without further ado, I would like to call Dr. Samsul on the sharing for that particular of the community and also engagement. Please, Dr. Samsul.
Thank you very much. Let me share my slide. Can everybody hear?
Yes, we can see that.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh for our participant, and thank you very much, Professor Dr. Fadil as a moderator, and welcome all participants, Dr. Shazwin, our technical from UTMCS, and all the green managers in UTM. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm like to share my experience in developing green community. The green community is one our living lab in UTMKL. We have 8 living lab in UTMKL. Number 1 is sustainable ACAD. Number 2, Green Office. Number 3, Sustainable Energy Management. Number 4, Bio Recycling Center. Number 5, Green School. And this is Living Lab number 6, which is Green Community. And number 7 is Sustainable Transport. And the last one is Campus Biodiversity. I'm focusing on the Living Lab number 6, which is my experience develop a team which is involved in green community. We call it the which is the title is the role of volunteering in sustainable development of green community. This is my brief content with the introduction and then the way forward of my presentation. For the introduction, the team which I sharing this training is we are established in Razak Fakulty. Razak Fakulty comprise 3 departments and 1 center, namely Engineering Technology, Science Management and Design, Advanced Informatics and Perdana Center. We have 24 academic staff and 37 professional support staff from various disciplines. Okay. Razak Fakulty has its own advantages because the academic staff has many disciplines and various field of multidisciplinary disciplines. One of the project that UTM Razak academic staff involved is STREAM, which is and STEM, and then we have community in Royal Bloom that we install micro hydro turbine, and we also have the high impact community based disaster risk reduction led by Dr. Cameron. Okay, this is all the projects that involve with the community service by UTM Razak academic staff. And the focusing for this presentation is more to the STREAM education activities. This is the niche area for UTM Razak School. We are focusing on STREAM, which is Science, Technology, Religions, Engineering, Art, and Mathematics. Along that, I've also involving in install micro hydro turbine for the orang asli community in Royal Belum, Great Perak. This is the development of micro hydro turbine in 2016. The project synopsis of my presentation is focusing on the Stream Fund Learning Toy Library. The project funded by normally by KPM, Mastec, Mike, Nila University, Women Engineer, IEM, EcoWorks. This is the industry, Razak Fakulty as well, ATSB, research group, and the NGO from Sikandi, 84. The STREAM education project mainly focusing, we have 6 big projects, which is number 1 is STREAM Fun Learning Toy Library for preschool. Number 2 is STREAM Fun Learning Toy Library Box. This is for special needs children. And number 3 is STEAM activities for secondary school. This is activity for normally in sekolah menengah in Jelebu, Integrated School Selangor, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Intan Baiduri KL. Another one is STEAM motivation. We also did a program in Bukit Marak. It's a motivational for STEM for primary school, and we also involved in STEM superhero run. This is fun run, something like that. And then the more importantly is in stream fun learning toy library for preschool. Involve the Sekolah Kebangsaan Kuala Gres Dabong in Kelantan, Sekolah Kebangsaan in Kelantan, Sekolah Kebangsaan this is Felda, Air Hitam, Johor Bahru, which is Sekolah Kebangsaan Lembaga Kemajuan Tanah Persekutuan Air Hitam kelas 5 and Tadika Celik at Fatih Felda Bukit Ramun Kulai Johor. This is the main the big objective. This is the translational research towards stream education development in Razak Faculty. Started 2014. The project we call Sustainable Education at Royal Belum. This is the starting point for the group that we call Adopt a Kampung. And then in 2015, Adopt a Kampung is a community or the volunteering group we call Adopt a Kampung, established in 2015. Then in 2016, first Fun Learning Toy Library, FLTL is Fun Learning Toy Library at Sekolah Kebangsaan Gres Dabong, Kelantan. Then in 2017, we call STEAM project at Sekolah Kebangsaan Seneng Bachuk, Kelantan. Then we upgrade to the STREAM STREM 2018. The project at Sekolah Kebangsaan LKTP, Lembaga Kemajuan Tanah Persekutuan Air Hitam Keluang, Johor, and also Tadika Celik Al-Fatih 3, Kulai Johor. This is the stream impact in line with the direction UTM and the Ministry of Education. Okay, our objective of Adopt a Kampung. This is the objective of Adopt Kampung. The objective itself is to develop and establish fun learning toy library that adopt stream concept for preschool at rural, remote, and urban poor area. Number 2, to provide motivation program for students, particularly for those sitting for major exam like UPSR. Number 3, organize STEM-based community service activity for Razak Faculty, analyze impact for fun learning toy library and STEM-based activities on Adopt a Kampung project. Carry out research, consultation, and publication in related area. This is the objective of the Adopt Kampung. And this is the objective of the Stream Fun Learning Toy Library. We have the Stream FLTL. Number 1, to inculcate the interest in learning through experiential learning in fun environment by playing with toys. To encourage and enhance STEM interest in students for a very young age. To develop students with interest in science and technology through the introduction of holistic stream concept of learning. Then this is the brief background of the Adopt a Kampung that we are established since in 2015, and then we involved in many projects in remote area, normally in Kelantan, Sekolah Kebangsaan Dabong, Seneng, Bukit Marak, and then we continue this program to Johor Bahru, which is Air Hitam, and also in Kuala Lumpur. The teamwork in the project collaboration with many stakeholders and external expert decision making. This is the data from the research. This is very Fun Learning Toy Library unique features that attract the attention of several NGOs. That many NGOs come and see us, and then they ask to run the same project to other school. The NGOs is the IEM, Academic Science Malaysia, and also Johor Education Department, and recently from National Library of Malaysia. They are coming to us and then asking to have a collaboration to do the similar project to other schools. Now this is the output from the data that Adopt a Kampung previous program in innovation technique in learning STEM, 20% increase in STEM interest, and then 50% ability to comprehend STEM modules, 90% of students affected by the flood return to school. This is the flood when Gabong in I think in 2015, early 2015. Some NGO request for funneling toy library from preschool in Kelantan and Johor. We also attract industry funding, also attract NGOs and professional society to do some collaboration with the team. This is the collaborator, partners, also the industry. We have University Malaya, we have Nilai University, UKM, MAIK, Institute Teknologi 10 November, Indonesia, Universiti Negeri Malang, also in Indonesia, and we have NGOs like IEM, also we have Pustakaan Negara Malaysia. The current status STEM in Malaysia, a little bit decline, about 17% decrease until now, 2018. The student involved in enrollment in STEM stream Form 5 have experienced on average drop about 6,000 STEM students per year. This is the statistic of data in STEM student Form 5. We have drop about 6,000 STEM per year drop. Alignment with university and stakeholder interest, we are aligned with the core value UTM, that is ISAS, integrity, synergy, excellence, and sustainability. The project is in line with the national agenda as well. And then the impact of fun learning toy library for the student and teachers was seen immediately upon completion of the installation. So we have to align with our core value, and then to optimal leverage among stakeholder, UTM, local community, teachers and parents, and also the NGO. For the multidisciplinary stream funneling toy library, we have including the novelty grooming future scientists and engineers from the roots of to STEM funneling toy library. Innovativeness is focusing on STEM, integrating arts, soft skill component in fulfilling the 6 trusts in the Ministry of Education preschool curriculum. And then for the creativity in calculating STEAM interest and skill to foster and stimulate curiosity in young children to STEAM funneling library, learn and play. Okay, and also the applicability stream funneling toy library for preschool curriculum developing holistic future scientists and engineer. The team, which is Adopt a Kampung, we have the stakeholders here. The stakeholders are students, school, including primary, secondary, or preschool student, also including college student, teachers, lecturers, industry, government, and other. The output is for educational teachers aid. We have also developed training module, and we have evaluation tool for STEM teachers, scientific publication, also the output, and then intellectual properties. This is the IP that we have developed, and talent expertise for solving in science, technology, mathematics, engineering, and technology. This is some collaboration with the Nilai University. We have a good collaboration with Nilai University that we engage them with the project in Al-Fatih preschool Al-Fatih in Kulai Johor. For the this is the activities in Al-Fatih preschool in Kulai, Johor. We have some positive feedback from teachers, parents, students of the preschool classes who are currently in primary 1 in year 2019. Okay, this is the pictures. We provide them with the toys library that we uh, share with them the toy library. We have selected the best toy library and then give to them. We in collaboration with the Nilai University. This is the sharing session when we are looking to buy new toys. With the team, we selected the very suitable toys, and then we will collect and then distribute to the selected preschool. This
Dr.
is some
Samsul,
activities.
sorry,
Sorry.
sorry. We actually running out the times.
Okay, Prof. All right.
Can you
Okay.
speed up?
Baik, Prof. This
Yeah.
is activities in Chelik. This is activity in Sekolah Kebangsaan Lembaga Kemajuan Persekutuan Air Hitam. And this is the significant to the UTM is committed to developing holistic talent and innovative technology and instilling the university core value for the good of the communities, society, and the nation of the world. Okay, this is some sharing pictures in Sekolah Kebangsaan Air Hitam. The recognition we have, number one is PADU initiative, and we have recognition from the Sekolah Kebangsaan Air Hitam. And uh, uh,
Testing. Am I the only one having this problem?
No, 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 no. Not you,
Oh,
Dr. Fadil.
oh, Dr. Samsul, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Samsul, can you hear my voice? I think we lost you. Dr.
and
Samsul.
technology 10 November. Sorry, Prof.
Okay, we
Okay,
lost
let
you
me
actually.
finish. Okay. Thank you,
Can you
Prof.
make it a conclusion?
All right, no problem. Okay,
Okay.
I go to the conclusion.
Yeah.
Yes. Dot Kampung team has shown a successfully effort in achieving the objective of synergy. Stream project involving staff from Razak Fakulty and internal department from various background and expertise. Dot Kampung Stream Fund Learning Toy Library project have been recognized as a niche area project for Razak Fakulty. Okay. That's it for now, Prof. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Samsul. We actually losing you somewhere in the
Okay.
at the end of the maybe 1 or 2 minutes just now. So maybe if someone from our participants would like to know more on your program, especially from the stream fun learning, and this is actually your baby takers maybe, right? I think you started this and you try to promote and to make sure the entire
Yes,
university knows
Prof.
about this
For the
program.
volunteering.
Yeah. So I do also believe that this is not only stopping you. So this is only a trigger part. So we hope that everyone who participate this program will enjoy and start to sustain the program as well. Thank you very much, Dr. Samsul. I
Thank you.
think we don't have much time, so I would like to invite the next speaker. Since you're supposed to have a reflection, but anyway, because of time of we not having much time for that, so I keep it that one maybe end of this part of Mr. Reda, so maybe we can go back. So but those who actually just joining us, please go to the chat room there. Please make sure that your registration for the attendance, because we already provide you the links. You have to make sure that you register, and because we are creating for certificate and also the CPD. So the next speaker now, very interesting, because we have one of a very we call it as a distinguished people who actually love to make it the NGO and volunteerism program. Mr. Muhammad Reda bin Mat Dali. And he's now is actually a senior assistant register at the Office of Strategy and Corporate Affairs. So I think not because of his position, but actually he's passionate to make the promotion, to try to more engage and close to the community. That's actually the reason why he's so active in the activity. So without further ado, I would like to call Mr. Muhammad Reda to give us his sharing point of view, especially how to promote sustainability events, especially in UTM. Dr. To be. Muhammad Reda, the floor is yours now. Reda, are you there?
Hold on.
You're having the problems to.
Yeah. No, actually, I suddenly can't find my unmute button.
Oh, okay. But now you already have.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I have to stop sharing. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Prof. Adil, UTMCS director, as well as the moderator for this session. Thank you, UTMCS, for inviting me uh, for me to share a little bit experience and for audience information that I'm actually a kind of event officer, corporate event officer in UTM. And on this part, because I have only for 15 minutes, I will be very straight to the point. Okay. There's 4 part on my presentation. The first part is about corporate event unit, my unit, and then I will brief something a little basic about event promotion, and then how to promote an event in UTM specifically for UTM staff and students, and there are some tips in event promotion. All right. Corporate event unit. Maybe some of green managers, staff, and students are not well knowledgeable about corporate event unit. What we do is actually we advise and support important events that involve some of UTM official events, and also if it is attended by royal or federal or VIP state VIP. It's actually we have a list of Senarai Keutamaan Persekutuan, which is controlled by the federal government. So if your VVIP is one of the important VIP in the event, so you can seek for us to get advice in executing your event. Some of the event is also attended by UTM Board of Directors. And if some of event also is any MOU or any collaboration event that attend by Vice Chancellor and Deputy Vice Chancellor only. All right. So next, basic on event promotion. So you have to know why you want to promote your event. Okay. In definition, promotion is you want to communicate about your event. You want to inform people. You want to persuade people. You would want to remind people about your event. And some want to improve its public image, because if you want to do event, you want to promote event, you actually want to make yourself visible because of the event and because of your organization. So why? First, the most important thing that people do the promotion is because they want participants, right? Usually, Prof. Ade, can I campur-campur with Malay?
Yeah, please.
Sebab kita tak ada international, right? Ada ke?
But this is recorded.
Alright, yeah. No,
anyway,
it's okay.
please.
Maklumlah, saya punya macam sangkut sikit. Right. Sometimes tak ada gunanya event kalau tak ada participants. Dan so ini antara perkara-perkara penting. This is one of the listed is why you do the promotion. Okay, you want to tell people about your activities, the benefits. You want to tell about when it will be held, and some because for sponsors, they want to be visible, right? So this is type of event activities. This is listed on our web event. There are so much activities, tournament, briefing, campaign, demonstration, meeting, lucky draw, and so on. This is a list of activities that is listed in the UTM web event. All right. So promotion materials. You have to know that there are different between materials and channel. Okay, materials is uh, the artwork or the design that they are used to tell people about your event. You can use the most conventional is invitation letter, official invitation letter that is signed by your dean or your director or even vice chancellor. There are posters, banteng, banner, signage, brochure, video teaser, and announcements. This is usually the promotion materials. All right. So how did these materials kita agihkan, we tell people about our event. We use it through conventional mail, newspaper, magazine, on-site promotion. On-site promotion meaning that you go anywhere. Maybe you put a booth there, and then you tell people about your event. Signage and banners. Some use websites, and the most popular is nowadays is the social media. And some important events they might pay to advertise their event. Alright. So Dr. Fadil ada berapa lagi masa? 8 minit. Alright. Okay. I will now brief about how to promote an event in UTM. This is the most common part. There are actually 3 easy steps in promoting event in UTM. Alright. One is design promotion materials, and then CMM, which is actually my office, creative media unit, and then you need to select and apply promotion channel. All right. Step 1, designing promotion materials. We actually to tell you about all the branding guidelines. I think 15 minutes is not enough. I think we have about half an hour just to tell about the branding guidelines. All right. So on organizer part for your asas sahaja, first organizer need to select the most suitable materials that you want to use. Whether you want to use posters, banners, because some event you might not need to design poster or even e-card. Okay, because maybe you are just a public event, so you just need a simple poster, an e-poster. So you need to select what is the best materials, promotion materials for your event. All right. There are several, just like I explained before. So this is designed by the organizer. Okay. So I will show you some hands-on. This is the link where you can get what is UTM guidelines on the materials. So this is brand.utm.my. Oh sorry, I'm not sharing your the sorry. Rasanya tak boleh. Saya kena share the whole screen, right? Not just PowerPoint. All right. Dr. Fadil, can everyone see the website?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So this is UTM brand. So this is the branding toolkit. So everyone, please here. This is where you can get all the template for everything. So your slide template, the logo, the band line, the e-banners. You can just click it and you can get so many example. Just download it. Okay. So that is for the banners, for the branding. So I might go back to my slide. How is it possible to get back to my slide? Sorry lambat-lambat terkedik-kedik sikit.
It's okay. And now you can share your slide.
Ya, sebab saya tak terlompat pula. Alright. Coming back to my slide. And then step 2, your artwork verification. You just email to zalawati@utm.my or Norfa Howard for HCK or verification. Usually it take about 3 days, working days. So after you get the verification, this is the most important part. Organizer, you must have a clear info what you actually who do you want to invite. If let's say you just for closed invitation, maybe you just need on official letter. You don't need any poster that we will send disseminate publicly. So if let's say, yeah,
Kira dah slide tak nampak.
slide tak nampak. Oh, tak nampak ke?
Semua tak nampak ke?
It's starting. You try to share, but it's not working.
Okay. Oh, slide tak nampak. Okay. Saya cuba lagi Maklumlah. Oh, okay. Tapi dengar suara saya?
Dengar. Your pictures now disappear.
Sekarang ni saya punya laptop tengah guling-guling.
Okay, maybe can do you have
Okay.
sharing this with our
Tak apa. Alright. Saya, tapi boleh dengar kan?
boleh.
Walaupun saya macam nampaknya macam
Dah lost dah. Am I the only one lost, Mr. Reda? Hilang terus dah.
dahsyat betul, terus hilang.
Okay, now we listen you.
Okay, tak apalah. Jadi maksudnya saya rasa saya tak boleh transit kepada
Okay, now it's okay.
Alright,
now
okay.
Okay.
Okay, so saya mudahkan aja. If you want to, we have an official website, events.utm.my. If you submit your information there, it will be automatically displayed on UTM Smart, the UTM mobile application. And the after the UTM mobile application is the Facebook. You can use your event tab for your co-host with UTM official Facebook. This is another way. You can use social media PTJ Facebook, not your it's not highly recommended that you use your PTJ. Contact your admin PTJ. And you can use also website. If you let's say you handle a seminar or conference, you can apply for your own website, event website. Just click at the link on the F item, corporateaffairs.utm.my/webteam. And if let's say you want to display on your bunting in any UTM, you can apply to Office of Asset Development. And if let's say if you remember, dah lama tak masuk campus kan, we have our digital bunting right at the side of the road. We have about 5 or 6. So it only for paid or corporate event only. Okay, if involving, meaning that if you are not in the list of if you don't maybe you have some money, you can pay it. If not, then if you are not corporate event listed on a corporate event, then you might not be using that digital bunting. So this is the last tips for event manager, that usually bad habits that event organizers tend to do on promotion. First is they don't have any early plan for promotional tasks. All right. Number 2 is you don't have any person in charge to do the promotional task, because sometimes it's maybe quite small events, but actually you have it's advisable that you have one dedicated person to take charge on the promotion, because it's actually the most important things, because when it's because you want your crowd. Okay, if your promotion just about 1 or 2 days or even 24 hours before your event, then you might possibly have low people turn around in your event. You don't have any the third one is you don't have any plan, you don't have any minimum budget for that, for promotion. You are not listing primary promotion as your primary task. Even for some event, they have very bad event preparation. Then meaning that they're still at the last stage, still designing their promotion materials. Even let's say tomorrow is the event, they're still designing their promotion materials. So you might have problem because you don't have any time to make the promotional period. So the listed is your promotion material content, the type of design is unattractive, inappropriate, sometimes using copyright that they just Google it, because some in my experience sometimes we are ditegur we have ditegur oleh orang yang disebabkan we do copyright on our advertisement. So and the last is they're using only traditional and conventional method in promotions, right? Mungkin terlampau menggunakan kaedah yang itu je. Sedangkan if you want to attract people to your event, maybe you have to be more creative on that. Okay, so if you need further help, you can book appointment with us. There's a link there, http://corporateaffair.utm.my, and go scroll down and you can let us assist you. Just click there, fill in the form, and then we will contact you back. Okay, depending whether you want to do it or not. You want depending what you can select your way. So you want to communicate with through WhatsApp. You want us to video call you. Just state it there. All right. So this is my unit, and with that, thank you very much. Cukup Dr. Badil masa?
Okay, cukup. Enough for us. Thank you, Mr. Reda. I think we try to understand the position, especially once the best practice that's supposed to do by PTJs and also the representative. Another one is to make sure that we understand the roles and responsibility once you want to make the promotion, because if you know and you listen to Mr. Reda, that it seems like they are not only the corporate, they're also doing some business. They also charge you for that kind of promotion. So those having opportunity who try to promote their initiative as a corporate one, so utilize this technology, because we also do a lot of things. I think Mr. Reda only share with 1/10 maybe initiative created.
Do we have actually? I have about 1 or 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, please reflection maybe.
It's not a good reflection. Actually, I have a list of I think it's quite important, but it's in BM. In
Okay.
BM, it's drafted, but I think I can share with you.
Nah.
It's actually guide how to promote an event in UTM. Nampak tak?
Nampak.
Alright, this it tells about the tujuan, syarat asas. Ni as long as you are UTM entity, you are PTJ, you are staff of students, you can use our platform. So this is what the content, yeah, the UTM logo, the name of the time, the important things in the event materials that you want to put it. This is drafted by the way. Saya pun tak boleh nak tunjuk sangat, tapi there are some yang kita dah practical involved. So this is the platform. You can use email group, okay? So email group you have to have from PTJ. I don't know why UTM Digital currently supposedly they tak boleh email yang individual base lepas dekat UTM mail group, but sometimes terlepas jugalah. So we have email group, we have event web, we have official UTM event webs. But untuk makluman kalau sesiapa nanti saya tunjukkan sekejap, kalau Dr. Fadil bagi 1 minit lagi, saya akan tunjukkan. Tak boleh. Okey, tak apa. Kalau sesiapa nak, if anyone want to guide, you can import UTM calendar event in your Google Calendar.
Kita boleh buat sesi khas nanti.
Alright,
Special
alright.
Special for you.
So this is Facebook, the platform Instagram, Telegram, YouTube, we don't use that for event. Alright. So I think that's about it.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Reda. I think nowadays people looking for the YouTube as a YouTuber because you can create money from the YouTube. Okay, that's actually very interesting, but we have to stop by now because the time is not, in that position for us to ensure that we can have 1 hour or 2 hours. But this is the best platform for everyone who actually participate sustainability at first place, maybe because we have a new green manager over here. So maybe they can listen from you. So you already put your contact over there. So I do hope that they will directly manage to make sure that they can promote, they can make it synergy between their PTJ and others. Okay?
Yes. All right.
Thank you very much
Thank you.
again, Mr. Reda. Instead of we having some difficulty in technical issues, but we have to move because it's already 12 o'clock by now. Anyway, we have to go to the slot 6, okay? Slot 6 is more on the experience sharing, which, as I highlighted before, it is about the engagement with the stakeholders. If you want to know about our speakers, the next speaker, she's actually very active person. And even she's one of my colleagues. Once we have... last time under the Japanese Society program, JSPS, so I met her. So we make it a lot of discussion since then. So we have a kind of same understandings on how to make the public engagement. But what I'm really make it more passionate about his about her engagement, because she tried to make it the fundamental aspect on the engagement towards to the reality, bring the model from the basic model on engagement from the educational and a part of the community engagement to be as the practice, not only to the community in Malaysia but also especially in University of Malaya. So the next speaker is Associate Professor Dr. Zida Fatima. She's actually the principal investigator under the University Malaya Water Warrior Living Lab, and we are really appreciate their activity since then, since they already have the center called it UTMCS. So the title of her presentation today is about the living labs as a fertile ground for campus sustainability and public engagement. Some insight from the University Malaya. So without further ado, I would like to call Dr. Zida to share and to give to motivate us today. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Professor Fadil. Ya. Assalamualaikum and greeting of peace to everyone. Boleh dengar ke?
Waalaikumsalam. Yes.
Boleh ya?
Great.
Alright.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me just show you my slide first. I share the slide. Sekejap. Di mana? Okay. Can see my slide?
Yes.
Can,
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Alright. Okay. So first of all, thank you very much to the organizers, especially Madam Tan, who has been connecting with me, and also my respected colleagues lah, definitely Dr. the pengarah of UTMCS, Professor Fadil, ya, kawan lama daripada zaman ACP dulu. Dr. Shazwin, lama tak jumpa, and also the rest of the team from UTMCS for inviting me on behalf of University of Malaya to provide some sharing on this topic of connecting campus sustainability with stakeholder engagement, especially from the perspective of our campus sustainability living labs in UM. And actually, kalau nak, if I want to look back, the time when I actually learned about living lab was actually with my colleagues from UTM when we attended the conference in Singapore, I think about 10 years back. So this brings back, a lot of good memories. Okay, so this will be the content of my presentation. First, I will share with you some background on the Campus Sustainability Living Lab approach in UM. Saya rasa different universities have different approaches, so I'm just going to sort of highlight to you what we have been doing in UM. Then I will share some of our experiences, especially from the perspective of UM Water Warriors, a living lab that I have been coordinating since 2014. And finally, I will end the presentation with some key insights. As we have learned from previous presentation, I really enjoyed listening to the other presentations, learn a lot. Campus sustainability involves efforts to embed the principle of sustainability within all key functions or activities of the university in education, research, operations and governance, and external engagement. And the spirit of campus sustainability is really about universities making a commitment to walk the talk, leading the way by first ensuring that sustainable development of the campus community, and then to see how this internal spirit of sustainability can spill over more meaningfully to the larger community. So in this decade until 2030, this is really about how universities are contributing to the sustainable development goals at different levels of society, from our local communities to the country and to the global community at large. I would also like to highlight that when I say campus sustainability, the most common understanding yang kita tahu is that this consists of the campus staff and students, kan, itu kebiasaannya. Tapi I just want to highlight, let us not forget as well other members of the natural world, the flora and fauna of the campus ecosystem. I'm not sure about UTM, but in UM we have been sharing the campus space with the macaques. Ya, apa ni, tak tahulah UTM banyak kera tak?
Of course.
Yes. And you know, and the question of how we can coexist with macaques is a very unique sustainability question to some universities like UTM, and I think USM as well. So your campus community might have unique questions that, you know, that might only apply to you and may not apply to other universities. So one of the strategy that has been using since 2014, which is the focus of this talk, is how we have used the campus sustainability living lab approach to achieve this objective of moving, really making the sustainable development approach alive internally and externally. What do we mean by Campus Sustainability Living Lab in Basically, we define it as an action-oriented translational research platform on campus to gradually improve the greening of campus operations. So kita mula dengan greening lah, tapi kita tahu kalau SDG ni dia lebih luas kan. But we started off with greening, as many universities do. And this is based on the Eco Campus Blueprint, which we launched in 2016 with its 8 strategic trusts, which are landscape and biodiversity management, waste management, water management, energy management, transportation management, green procurement, education management, and change management. Yeah? Jadi kenapa kami pilih 8 strategic trust ni? We had our own internal stakeholder engagement. Kita rasa 8 perkara ni adalah penting untuk lah. So under this approach, researchers from various backgrounds, join hands with relevant stakeholders in relevant stakeholders in to systematically improve campus sustainability performance according to specific targets or KPIs based on the Eco Campus Blueprint, which makes it a bit more focused, systematic, collaborative, and transdisciplinary in nature. Kenapa tak boleh ni? Ada annotate kat sini. How are you? Ada masalah sikit lah. Azlinda ada annotate ke kat sini?
I think so.
Tertekan, sorry.
Oh, tertekan ya. Okay, never mind. I share balik. Okay. I hope it's okay now. Okay. Jadi has a special internal research grant for our campus living lab. Earlier I mentioned that this is an action-oriented translational research platform. Hence the output tu tak sama lah as any other grants kan, macam FRGS ke, TRGS or whatever, which is much more focused on publication and intellectual property. For the Living Lab grant, what is most important for us is measurable and quantifiable project targets achievement on campus sustainability. Itu yang paling penting. And additionally, what we expect researchers to actually come up with are innovation, technology, knowledge transfer, based on their solution, what are the capacity building that they can do, community engagement, networking and linkages, publications. Publication tak semestinya ISI paper, tapi any kind of publication, website pun boleh, policy papers, guidelines, standards, and human capital. So the funding sebenarnya not that much because it's an internal grant. UM pun tak banyak duit as many other universities, but it requires a lot of outputs and reporting compared to other conventional grants. So it is usually those yang ada special interest atau passion in campus sustainability that will take this up lah. So, but it is quite popular. There are a number of researchers who are willing to take the to take this up. So to date, have funded more than, I think, 40 to 50 living labs. Some last only for a year, dia tahan sekejap aja, and some for many years. In this year, for instance, is funding 18 living labs encompassing different areas of the Eco Campus. For the first time, we are also moving beyond greening to also include a living lab on mental health that looks into the issues of social well-being. So kita nampak walaupun kita start dengan greening, tapi mungkin in the future we have to go beyond greening and looking at the social dimension as well, yeah. So when talking about stakeholder engagement, sebab saya telah diminta untuk bercakap tentang stakeholder engagement, the younger living labs will first have to really work with the internal stakeholders to solve real problems on campus. Then over time, if their solutions have been proven to be have been proven to be effective internally, barulah kita, encourage them to broaden their activities by upscaling the solution to the wider community beyond the campus grounds. They can begin with the local communities neighboring the campus. For us in UM, we usually first work with Majlis Perbandaran Petaling Jaya, MPPJ, dan juga Dewan Perbandaran Kuala Lumpur sebab kita memang located dekat Kuala Lumpur dan PJ kan. And or even other areas within the country or the globe wherever the solution is applicable. Indeed, the UM campus has a specific context macam juga UTM. We are an old city campus located within the center of our capital city of Kuala Lumpur, and therefore whatever that we are facing within the campus is a microcosm of sustainability issues of a city. Especially of Kuala Lumpur and Klang Valley lah. We are also the oldest university in the country, so kita punya infrastructure tu banyak yang dah tua, so it's very different compared to the younger campuses. And therefore, institutionally also, we are quite traditional also. So that provides a very unique challenge to us compared, for instance, UTM that is located in Skudai Johor, UKM in Bangi, kan, UMS in Sabah, kan, dia banyak cakap pasal ecotourism and all that, and USM in the island city of Penang. Jadi setiap daripada campus ni ada sustainability challenges masing-masing. So it has been a challenging journey for us. I'm sure Professor Fadil pun faham benda ni. Kita pun selalu bercerita tentang masalah yang kami hadapi in going through the campus sustainability journey. So we changed our governance structure several times in trying to integrate this concern on environmental sustainability with social and economic sustainability of the campus. So jadi UM ni dia punya, jadi kami lain sikit, for example compared to USM misalnya, sebab USM memang ada very good top down vision on how to go about campus sustainability. Tapi UM, kami bermula dengan volunteer based campus greening movement in 2008, and until so we have experimented with many ways of institutionalizing ourselves. Until now, we have become a much more established entity. I will not go through this, but what I want to say is from the 10+ years that I have been involved in this area is that campus sustainability is not a one-off strategy, but it is a transition of strategies as we reflect on what fits best in our unique organizational context and how we adjust as we go along with all the challenges that we are facing. For example, now we are going through the pandemic. The situation is changing, and also saya rasa UTM pun mengalami isu ni juga, changes of leadership. When you change leadership, the vision changes. So we also have to adapt as a sustainability movement. I think UTM and USM has been more successful in establishing its top-down strategies. Saya dah ada dengar tadi, and this is something that UM would like to learn as well. So we are relatively more bottom-up in our approach, and even our UM Living Lab model pun was based on the modus operandi of the more successful volunteer group in the early days of our campus sustainability movement. Yeah. And ini, what will happen was that we have a campus greening movement in the early days, tapi kita ada 3 groups lah yang kiranya paling, I don't know, they are very passionate and they were able to how do you call it, establish themselves earlier on. Saya tak tahu whether you've heard of this, the Zero Waste Campaign established in 2010, looking into waste management in UM. UM Water Warriors is where myself and Prof. Halim, together with the co-founders of the student co-founders, Afan and Asia, which looks into water management, and in 2013, and also the Rimba project on greening and biodiversity. And this is a collaboration between a student at that time, Benjamin Ong, and Dr. Sugumaran. So what we, through this partnership, we sort of managed to develop, a much more sustainable movement on these 3 areas. And based on this, we developed the Living Lab model that we have today. So since we don't have much time today, I will deep dive on my own experience coordinating the Water Warriors Living Lab, which was co-founded by these two alumni, Afan and Asia, supported by myself and Prof. Halim in the area of water management. So dia Zero Waste Campaign ni lain cerita dia, Water Warriors lain cerita dia, River Project ni lain cerita dia, tapi what we do is we collect the best practices of all three, and that's how we actually develop the campus sustainability living lab grant in UM, yeah. So basically, Water Warriors is responsible for the water management part of the Eco Campus, and this is related to SDG 6 on clean water and SDG 14 life below water. As you can see, our family has grown now with additional researchers and core volunteers. So basically, Water Warriors is responsible for water management. Jadi selain daripada konteks city campus tu, kami juga perlu, we also have to understand the other socio-economic context of the watershed address of the university. This is because from a living lab perspective, we want to start our sustainability solution that is closest to our campus backyard. So in UM, our watershed atau river basin is located at the Klang River watershed. Kalau di UTM di mana ya, Dr. Prof. Adil?
Watershed kita Sungai Sungai Skudai.
Sungai Skudai kan. So in UM, we are located in the Klang River basin. And then which is the main water vein of our capital city of Kuala Lumpur as well. So much of the impact of what we do on campus flows to the Klang River watershed. Tetapi at the same time juga, the community is also closely connected to the Selangor River watershed. So although the location is quite far from our campus, tapi we obtain 100% of our water supply from the Selangor River. So we are depending on Selangor River to achieve our SDG 6, yeah, for our campus community. So knowing our watershed address is very important, as we rarely know what are the rivers that are flowing around us and where we get our water from. And that sort of, senang kita nak communicate dengan community kita, apa our sense of responsibility and stewardship in terms of water conservation. So basically, Water Warriors is, so the Water Warriors ni, how we started the group was, as Dr. Fadil cakap tadi, we were a part of this JSPS Japan Malaysia Asian Core Program on Asian Oriented Integrated Watershed Management lah. At the time kita memang gang researchers buat research, tapi Afan and Asia ni, the co-founders of Water Warriors, was my research assistant. Jadi kita pergi Jepun belajar all these things that is advanced, about national, international solutions to water management. Tapi bila dia balik dekat UM tu, keadaan tu tak semenggah mana lah kan. So they ask this question, how can we talk about integrated watershed management at the national or international level if we are not even addressing the problem in our own backyard? Jadi ni segan lah saya nak tunjukkan, tapi pada 2013, UM ni Tasik Varsity look like this. There was some reasons for it, tapi the fact that we let the Tasik become like this, and this is at the heart of the UM campus, yeah. So this is something that is quite dire, and there's a lot of rubbish and pollution in our water bodies. Jadi di sinilah di mana kami decided, among the students and researchers, let's do something kecil lah, just a small thing to revive the Tasik Varsity. So alhamdulillah, through our effort in the Living Lab, we have managed to turn things around after 2 years and brought back the lake to life. This was the paper cutting from Star newspaper reporting the results of our work. So fast forward to 2021 today, Water Warriors bermula sebagai grassroots movement to revive Tasik Varsity has been upgraded as a campus sustainability living lab, specifically supporting the university in integrated water management. Jadi kita mula-mula kita hanya tengok kepada conservation of water body saja, beginning dengan Tasik Varsity, kemudian dia kata apa kata you all tolong juga jaga kita punya sungai. Selepas tu dia tambah pula, okay, why don't you look into the demand side of water management, and now we look into water consumption pula. So now we become a living lab on integrated water management. So in addition, we are not, so what we try to do is we work, most of our work is within the campus community, really looking into internal stakeholder engagement, tapi that gives us a practice lah, because it's a microcosm kan, in terms of interacting with many stakeholders. Then some of our solutions too, we managed to bring it to the external stakeholder engagement. That means, you know, sharing our solution with external communities. I won't go into detail. Each of the Living Lab has their different approaches in shaping the activities. In Water Warriors, kami menggunakan approach hardware, software and hardware, which is a combination of technological approach, dan juga software, which is looking into manage human processes in terms of institution, policy, regulation and finance, dan juga bersama dengan hardware. Yeah? This is usually the thing that people don't usually look at in terms of how do we support our hardware and software solution dengan organic and voluntary approach driven by internal motivation based on shared local values. So dalam perspektif Water Warriors ni, apa yang orang sayang tentang badan air di UM, dan how can we use that to promote their, you know, to encourage their voluntary action. Jadi kalau nak tahu lebih lanjut, we have actually reported or shared our perspective dalam Journal of Cleaner Production, so you can have a look at that to know more about what we have done. So so overall, it has been an 8 years journey for the Water Warriors Living Lab, 2 years as a grassroots movement, and we became a Living Lab in 2015. In the first year of the Living Lab, we started with the founders being passionate about, you know, conserving Tasik Varsity. Kemudian kami looking into Tasik Varsity in the long term. And finally, in the third until the 5th year, we expanded ourselves from just looking at lake conservation to integrated water management. And we were also roped in by the development to be involved in long-term water-related project undertaken by the university under 11th Malaysian Plan Budget. Jadi kami bersama-sama dengan development unit develop proposal untuk 11th Malaysian Plan. Especially on water conservation. However, as we grow, we realize that the capability, and then starting from the 4th year onwards, we started to share our solution with external communities, especially in areas around Kuala Lumpur and Petaling Jaya, and also communities connected to our watershed address, the Klang River Watershed and Selangor River Watershed. However, as we grow, we realize that the capability of the Living Lab set up to, I tak tahu macam mana di UTM lah, tapi in UM, it was a bit limited kalau kita nak go beyond some level of engagement or broader level of engagement dengan external community. So over time, Water Warriors also has to branch out our strategy via a more targeted engagement platform. Jadi kami ada bekerjasama dengan local community di Sungai Selangor untuk develop a community-based social enterprise called Inspirasi Kawal. Dan juga more recently, early this year, we have actually set up a university-linked social enterprise, di mana our co-founders are, developing a social enterprise to look into nature conservation that is related, that help us to look into much more consultancy type of work. Jadi kami pun, sebab UM pun tak boleh sampai bila-bila pun support the Living Lab kan. 8 years is quite long, so now we also have to think about our exit strategy and how we can be more financially independent. So basically what I want to demonstrate here is, at least from my team's experience in Water Warriors, even though we only started off our activity to revive the Varsity Lake back in 2013, 8 years onwards, we have been able to extend our internal experience in greening water management within the campus with the outside community. So sekarang ni kita banyak bekerja dengan a number of local communities, NGOs, government agencies and private sectors. They also come to us. So moving from just contributing to the Eco Campus, seperti juga di UTM mungkin, some of the Living Lab is just looking into certain aspects of the Eco Campus in UTM, but after a while, you can also play a bigger role. Jadi macam, for example, the Water Warriors, now we are also invited to play some, contribution, provide some contribution by the Petaling Jaya Sustainable Community Initiative, the DBKL River of Life Project, Lembaga Urus Air Selangor, integrated river basin management, EPU's transformasi sektor air 2020, and of course the SDGs lah. In addition, all these years, we have also worked with a number of local universities, including friends from UTM, ya, Dr. Fadil banyak memberi sokongan kepada kami, UKM, UPM, UNIZA, UNICEL, and also with foreign universities such as Kyoto University and Shiga University in Japan and Cardiff University in the UK. And each of these universities, kalau kita tengok di sini, have their own wonderful solutions that can be upscaled in terms of water management. And I think there are many synergies between us that we can explore. Yeah? So I would like to bring that spirit lah, walaupun kita bercakap tentang external engagement, tapi juga there's a lot of opportunities for engagement between the universities. A more tangible example due to our work in this living lab over the years, walaupun kita start dengan tasik aja, tapi we are increasingly receiving invitation by key players in the water sector like Air Selangor, Lembaga Urus Air Selangor, Department of Environment Selangor, GEC, WWF, to act as collaborators in water conservation. Earlier this year, we recently signed an MOU with Air Selangor to really look into the sustainability of water issues in Selangor River. And kami juga ada cadangkan yang guna tagline ni, kita jaga kita jaga air, and alhamdulillah dia gunakan jugalah dalam dia punya promotion. So I think walaupun kita kecil dalam university, tapi I think with the kind of ability that we have in terms of our expertise, we can definitely influence key players out there. So I'm going to be at the end of my slide. This is my last slide. So in my brief sharing of our experience in UM, I just would like to end my sharing today with 3 key insights. One, each of our university has our own socio-economic and socio-ecological context together with different expertise, strength and limitation. I was so impressed listening to the various expertise that you have in UTM. Even though we are somehow competing kan, in terms of ranking, tengok siapa green ranking, all this, how do you call it, impact ranking, siapa tinggi, siapa rendah. Tapi I think the most meaningful way forward is for us to deepen our respective contribution in our own area of influence and to share our best practices generously with each other. Saya banyak pengalaman dengan rakan-rakan seperti Dr. Fadil, kawan-kawan di UMS, kawan-kawan di UKM. So even though kita compete di depan dari segi institution dia, tapi kami kawan di belakang, and I think there is a much more a much more fruitful way to collaborate. So in the end, whatever organization we are in, kita semua human beings and we share one planet and we should all do what we can as a responsible steward and Khalifah. Another insight that I want to highlight is the opportunity for us to train future change agents as we conduct our campus sustainability efforts. Selalunya ni tidak di-highlightkan sangat, tapi doktor, tadi siapa nama doktor yang, Dr. T, is it? Yang talking about the volunteers tadi, Dr. Fadil?
Volunteers, apa tu, Dr. Samsul?
Ada yang...
Another one, Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee, yes.
Prof. Lee. Lee cheating.
That's right. That's very important because we're talking about change agents. Kan? Jadi from my experience, most of our dedicated student volunteers yang memang immersed dalam living lab ni has spread out their wings to go beyond the campus. Jadi for example, the founder of Zero Waste Campaign, Jaren, has now founded his own waste management consultancy company and pursuing his PhD in the field. He's also well known in the field. The founder of the Rimba project, Benjamin, is the head of exploration at UNDP Malaysia, and he has also set up his own NGO called Urban Biodiversity Initiative atau UBI. And finally, saya rasa Dr. Fadil berkenal, our founder of Water Warriors, Afan, has also founded his own social enterprise on water conservation. So they are also frequently called for interviews, talks and expert consultation. Jadi those yang memang dia jadi macam, I don't know, from my experience, once they immerse in understanding the situation in the campus, dia faham complexity di luar juga. Finally, I would like to end with the third insight that universities are important knowledge bearers and we can do much more if we can strategically work together to upscale our solution for the good of society. Say, for example, UTMCS has recently invited Water Warriors to be involved in their program Denai Sungai Kebangsaan, and we look forward to the kind of synergy that we can achieve together. Jadi saya rasa itu saja. Happy to entertain any question kalau ada masa lah. Thank you very much for your kind attention and I return the screen to Prof. Adil. Thank you.
Thank you very much, always, Dr. Zeda. We welcome everyone, and as I mentioned earlier, you already inspired us, motivate us.
Thank you.
Yeah. That actually one of the agenda for today's actually session is actually not only bringing the sharing session, but try to orang kata jentik those kind of spirits, because as you said earlier, your warriors, water warriors already 8 years. So you need to go for the exit policy. Of course, we listen to many other parties, stakeholders in the campus. Once you learn the campus complexity, you will know how to handle the external stakeholders, especially those actually engaged and the agencies as well. So I think that's very valuable for us. It's not only stopping us for today, and maybe part of the educational for other people who actually try to know better and more towards the initiative by the and as well as the water warrior. So we hope that you and the teams will go further and further to motivate, inspire, and also make it the changes to the community as well.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
if anyone having some questions, I think we don't have much time, but you can put it in the chat box. So I do hope that all the speakers, you can entertain all that particular questions and maybe some of the opinions. So we thankful for that particular insight, especially on the talents and nurturing the leadership in order to bring more towards to our campus and society. Because in this session also we invite one of the director for community and industry engagement. So maybe that's another perspective. So, but the next speaker, this is the best one because we all are always having the engagement and discussion with one of our talented and also motivated student who always do the same practice as Prof. Lee, because Prof. Lee also having their own initiative to persuade and to gear up with the initiative on student empowerment. But today we are so honored because we have one of the good speaker that actually having a lot of collaboration with campus sustainability. And I would like to invite Miss Tan Pit Lin, who actually now the director of product development of Isaac in Johor Bahru, and she's will speak on waste not want not. That one a very simple, but something very useful for us to understand. So, Miss Tan, please, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Dr. Fadil. So yeah, hi everyone. My name is Pek Leng. So I am the director. I'm the newly elected director for ISEC in Johor Bahru for this in our play project. So let me share my screen. Okay, so all right, yeah. So here is the slide that I want to talk about. Okay, so I am the director for this Clean Our Play project for the 11 times. So actually, the past term people, they actually already collaborate with UTMCS for so many times. And other than UTMCS, we also like collaborate with Prof. Lee and also Dr. Huzalina and so on. So let me share you guys about this, what we have done previously, all right, and also some of the impact that we created throughout this project. So yeah. Okay, so here is some insight for you guys. To let you guys know about what Isaac do during COVID-19 period. So Isaac in Malaysia is a youth-run organization that is non-for-profit organization founded in 1968, and is actually and the Isaac in Johor Bahru is started during 1999, and in facing this COVID-19 outbreak, we actually pivot our exchange program into a local virtual volunteer program where we involve all the international students and also the local student in doing some virtual like community program. Yeah, so here is some of the insight. Like ISAC is actually a global, independent, non-for-profit, non-for-political organization that led by youth for the youth. Okay, so here is the question. So what is the community issue happens in Malaysia? So let me introduce to you guys like what is the community issue happens. Okay, so from this statistic, we can know that okay, most concerning community issue in Malaysia is actually environmental issue. Even though now the most concerning one is COVID-19 outbreak and also some of the mental health issue. But then in this session, I would like to focus more on the environmental issue. Okay, so and in this environmental issue, I will focus more on the food waste issue. Okay, so for information, the world actually generated 2.01 billion tons of municipal solid waste annually. And according to the United Nations, 1.3 billion tons of food are actually wasted globally every year. So can you imagine like how important how serious is this problem that happening around us and we are not really taking care of it, and we don't really like the public are actually not paying so much attention on these topics. All right, so here is the height of the Petronas Twin Towers. So it's actually 452 meters. And here's the question. So by the year of 2020, like which is last year, so do you guys know what is the amount of food wasted in Malaysia, and how much of this amount of food wasted can fill up how many of these Petronas Twin Towers? So maybe you can guess, and I will reveal the answer now. Okay, so it's actually 16 Twin Towers. So can you imagine like if you go to the Petronas Twin Towers and is that tall, is that big? And imagine there's 16 Twin Towers now and it's filled up with the food waste. So it's really, really how to say, like it's really, really so impact, and it's like oh my god, it's like how to say it's like it's a catastrophic that for us lah. It's like a disaster. So this is the news that I got from internet, okay, from New Straits Times. So the topic for this news actually waste not one not, and it's time for us to get serious about food waste. Why do I say so? It's actually because from the research, and then this research actually say that 49% of the waste in landfill is made out of organic food waste. While we are so deeply concerned about the problem, which is like food waste, the plastic issue that is slowly filling up the earth, but then this plastic issue, do you know that this plastic issue is only constitute 14% of the trash? However, this organic food waste issue, which constitute 49% of the trash in the landfill, and we are not taking care of it. So here is another news that I got from the internet, okay, and it's actually regarding the food waste and also the plastic waste that we created during ever since the movement control order 1.0 until now, until March, okay. So from this data, we can see that Malaysian actually created 200,000 tons of waste per month ever since like the COVID-19 pandemic struck us. And why does this issue happen is because the Malaysian actually panic buy and then they overbuy, and because we are actually we take away the food. That's why these food are actually packaged in a plastic packaging, and because of the overbuying and we buy too much, all right, and we cannot finish the food, that's why it's actually become food waste, and it will be thrown in the landfill. And in this landfill, all these food waste, they will actually will emit the carbon emission and also will release the methane gas, which is very, very poisonous and was actually very harmful to the environment as well. So here is some insight or maybe like a fact for you guys. So according to the Solid Waste Management and Public Cleansing Corporation, SW Corp, okay, it states that Malaysian wasted about 16,000 tons of food per day. And do you know how much this food can feed up to how many people that this food can feed? It's actually 2.2 million people. So like just 16,000 tons of the food that we wasted per day, it can feed up to 2.2 million people. So it's really, really sad to see this kind of thing happening. And do you know how many meals that these people can have per day? Is actually 3 meals per day. So like I still cannot understand why people are not taking care of this food waste issue while they are like taking care of any other issue. Not to say the other issue are not important, but then maybe we can have more people to realize on this food waste issue and to take care of this issue as well. So how Isaac actually tackling this issue is actually by a project. So this is our project. Our project is Clean Our Plate project, and we actually already done it for 10 times, and now we will do it for the 11 times. So this project will tackle on the SDG 12, which is the Sustainable Development Goals 12 for the responsible consumption and production. So in this project, we will aim to advocate for food waste issue and change the perspective of the public towards surplus food as a food for human consumption. And through this project, we also will educate the people in secondary school, like for example, giving them some workshop and to let them know what is the food waste issue. Furthermore, we also have the education, like the training from the NGO or maybe like the professional people or maybe from the lecturer. Okay, so here is the objective of our project. So our project is actually aims to eliminate at least 50% of the food waste among youth in Malaysia by the year of 2030 through cultivating responsible consumption habits. And our project outcome is to reduce food waste in youth, neighborhood, and also UTM community, and also to raise awareness of the importance of food waste management in UTM and also JB community. Okay, so here is the highlight of the previous project that we have. So just now, because of this session is actually talking about the engagement with the external stakeholder, right? So through this project, we actually engage with so many stakeholder. One of like so part of it is actually the Dr. Huzalina from which is the lecturer from UTM. Okay, so Dr. Huzalina actually teach the participant and also us how to do the home composting in a DIY method, and also she also introduced to us her kit where we can use her composting kit to fasten the process, and it's actually really, really useful. Furthermore, we also have Dr. Norahim from UTM also, and Dr. Norahim actually teaches how to do the food like recycling station and also talk about the urban farming and also teaches how to turn the food waste into a product. We're also having the Miss Hui Ting and also Miss Pei Hui from Dana Sutra, where they actually teach the participant how the ways to reduce food waste in daily life. Furthermore, we also have the company visit, even though we, because we actually pivot our project into a virtual kind of project. So since we cannot do the company visit physically, then we actually change it to virtual company visit, where this Mr. Lucas from Promise Earth, Nyan Berhad, he actually introduced us to his industrial food waste management and also their company fertilization production. And in this project, we also have the workshop for the pre-U student and also secondary school student, as well as the university student on food waste introduction, like how food waste impact us and also the ways to tackle this food waste. And we also collaborate with the 448 Food Bank, which is located in Johor Bahru, Skudai area. And we actually urge that we actually have all the participants to collect the surplus food, okay, from their neighborhood or maybe from their friend or maybe from the people around them. And after they collect all this food, they actually will donate to the local food bank, which is 448 Food Bank, of course. And also, if they cannot reach to this 448 Food Bank, they can donate to the orphanage or maybe old folks home. So we can help those needy. Yeah. And after Dr. Huzalina composting training, we actually let our participants to participate in this 1 month challenge where they get the chance to do their home composting challenge for 1 month. And throughout this composting challenge, they actually help us to increase awareness through the hands-on activity. And they will also share their result in their social media, so they can actually unintentionally influence the people around them. Okay, So here is another challenge that we created throughout our project, where the participant will learn how to do the replanting and also how to make a liquid fertilizer and etc. Like they will learn how to do an eco enzyme. Yeah. So talking about this pitching competition is where we partnership with UTMCS and also Prof. Lee. Okay. So through this pitching competition, the participants are required to propose idea to spread the awareness and also to reduce the food waste in their community and also in our JB community as well. So actually, UTMCS is our judges, and then they actually help us a lot in this pitch competition, as well as Prof. Lee. So Prof. Lee from UTM Green DNA, she also help us on make this pitching competition better. Yeah. Okay, so here is our project impact that we created. Okay, so our impact through the past project is actually we reduced 37.9 kg of food waste, and also we actually collected 475 kg of surplus food, and we actually donated this surplus food to 423 people. And we also prevented the carbon emission for 72 15 kg. Yeah, and throughout this project, the people are actually like from the feedback form that we collected. Okay, there's so many people feel impacted, and there is actually 772 people they are actually very impacted through this project, even though they are just joining some of the activities, for example, like webinar or maybe workshop. However, they actually really feel that they are impacted throughout this project that we created. Okay, so because of the past experience, and also we still want to tackle this food waste issue. That's why we are still doing this in our plate project for the 11th time, and it will held on this 30th of July until 26th of August, and it will last for 4 weeks, and we will open for 14 slots. So if you guys want to know more, you can just contact me lah. Okay. Here is our Facebook and also Instagram account where you can scan the QR code if you want to know more, so you can have more insight on how we tackle the food waste issue. And this is my contact. If you want to know more, you can also contact me. Yeah, so I think that's all from me. And sorry if there is any technical issue happen at the beginning of this session. So yeah, I will pass this space back to Dr. Fabio, and thank you everyone for listening to me. Yeah. Sure.
Thank you very much. I think that one is a very one of the inspired version coming from student, because this is actually your organization who actually try to make the your own initiative, right? Because I know that we engage with Isaac campus sustainability since I started as a director. So since then I met a few director, and you still continue the same things, the same passion. This is what actually motivating the other stakeholder actually in the campus, because you know what's to do, you know what exactly your missions, and what's the impacts to the your journey. The most important thing, because of the COVID, so you cannot get participants to come to Malaysia. I think last time I engaged one of the big crowd created by the Isaac Johor. Which means that you have the European student as well as the China student come and learn about your activity, and even you have a very active promotion event. I think last time in Sutra Mall. So since then, you started a very good job. I think this is the motivation that everyone should listen. And please, if you have some more, you want to collaborate with Isaac, it's welcome, because they will welcome you. They already put their address and their Facebooks. They are very active. For sure, they are very active. Okay, thank you very much, Ling Tan Pik Ling. So I think send my regards to your predecessor, who actually make it this clean on plates a very successful event anyway, to sustain it. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
So
Thank you so much.
okay, thank you. Now we move because we don't have much time. It's already 46 now with us. So we invite our very young YB. We call always YB because his voice, his passions is looks like how the director of Center for Community and Industry Network should be. The position is to make sure that people will obey, will try to engage more when listen to his voice, for example. So I would like to call Associate Professor Dr. Johari bin Surif. So he's actually our director, very lovely director, Center for Community in Industry in UTM. So his topics today is about the aim for star. What does it mean by the aim for star? So we can listen from him. So Dr. Johari, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Very good. Good afternoon lah ya. Dr. Fadil dengar tak? Prof Fadil dengar tak?
Dengar.
Okay. Alright. Okay, nampak tak saya punya sharing ni?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Thank you very much, Prof Fadil. Yeah, our very young and dedicated, committed, handsome director. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for the space. Yeah, for me to explain one of the initiative under UTM. Yeah, to support our SDG. Yeah, agenda in UTM. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. My title here, Aims for Star. What is the meaning of Aims for Star? Academia, industry, government, and society for synergetic transformation. So we have academia, university, we have industry, we have government or ministry, agency, and we have society, our community. So we have 4 quadruple helix, and we join together, for synergetic transformation. And in this context, what we call it SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very short, very fast. We have 17, sustainable development goals. We have no poverty. We try zero hunger. Good health and well-being until the partnership for the goals. So we have partnership for the goal, and again and again, from Prof Zida, we have Tan Pik Lin, we have Prof Fadil, everything, everyone, focus and stress that if we want to achieve this SDG, we must strengthen our partnership, our engagement, our networking. So this is one what I want to try to explain from UTM experience. So I kidnap one presentation from Fadil. So we have from phase 1 until phase 3 in our PGU, and now we go to Envision. This is our blueprint, our mission and our vision, to catch up with SDG. And in networking and partnership, last one, we have what we call the Aims for Star. So for this presentation, this is our objective, and objective number 3, to promote what we call the various stakeholder in any program project which is created via sustainability pillars. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay, this is what we call the Center for Community and Industry Network, or CISIN. So in UTM, we have PTJ, Pusat Tanggungjawab or center that have roles, to fulfill in strengthen our partnership with our stakeholder. So why our stakeholder is agency, we have ministry, we have community, and we have industry. So all this partnership, all these stakeholder, we must strengthen them and join together to achieve our mission and mission. So in UTM, we have so many schools. We have 7 schools. We have many institutes. We have high COE. We have COE, Center of Excellence. We have high Center of Excellence. We have Research Alliance. we have research group, yeah, we have schools, so many entity and PTJ in UTM, and in this PTJ, in this entity, we have expertise, yeah, we have facilities, and we need to, yeah, maximize all the expertise and facilities, yeah, to make, to achieve our mission. So we have again, yeah, university, industry, committee, and government. If Dr. Fadil always said Gucci, yeah, government, university, committee, and industry. So whatever lah, yeah. But our stakeholder is still similar, quadruple helix. Yeah, we have 4 entity and join together to achieve our mission and vision. So, ladies and gentlemen, because we have so many faculty, we have many schools, we have institute, we have ICU, ECOE, RG, RA, whatever, entity, and how we synergize them, bring them together. So we come up with what we call the platform, names, aims, 4 star, academia, industry, government, and society for synergetic transformation. This is our platform. This is our platform to synergize all the entity in UTM and our stakeholder outside UTM. What our mission is to sustainable impact. We hope that from our cooperation, from our collaboration, from industry, from community, from agency or government, so we can come up with government and society partner effectively focusing on long-term engagement. So our new revenue stream for R&D funding. So because we are research university, so we come up with every program based on research and become more impactful, to our stakeholder, to our nation, to our country. So what our after, we come up with the platform. So second, we must have a very strong policy. Policy is very important because from policy, this is our punca kuasa. We have the power to manage, to distribute our funding, our initiative, and we can get cooperation from all the PTJs. That's why we in 2021, this year, we established our policy, what we call it, policy libat-sama committee and industry university. So already endorsed by our JPU, our Senate, and now this policy, become our kitab lah, to explain, to our all entities in UTM and also our stakeholder how we can using this platform or whatever initiative to strengthen our partnership, our networking to achieve our SDG mission. So we also after we have the policy, we go detail, what we can make the collaboration or linkage with our industry. We have so many industry in UTM, we have more than 1,250 industry, who are joined together with UTM. So we go detail what our linkages, and we have 10 linkages, contract research, consultancy, student and graduate internship, endowment, commercialization, industrial attachment, corporate social responsibility, scholarship awards, professional chair, and also UTM industry lab. All these linkages, ladies and gentlemen, we can make it to achieve our SDG. We have 17 SDG, yeah, from contract research, yeah, we can go to industry, we can join together with industry, and we solve, yeah, issue about environmental, for example, waste, yeah. So we can solve their problem, and we solve the environmental problem, yeah. Using our endowment, yeah, we get funding, and we can using the money, yeah, the funding, yeah, to serve our students, yeah, from hunger. So we can achieve our zero hunger and SDG. So many program, yeah. For example, corporate social responsibility, yeah. Many industry give us funding, and we using the funding to go to orang asli village, for example, yeah. We go to Paya Bakau, yeah. We go to Turtle, and we save our environment, for example, yeah. So all these linkages, all these collaboration, yeah, we can use to make the partnership with our industry to save our environment, our society, our economy, yeah, and achieve our SDG agenda. Next. So after that, yeah, we already have the platform, yeah, and we have the what we call it, the policy. And next, we from the platform we come up with initiative, yeah, until 2025. So we have 4 initiatives under M4STAR platform, yeah. Number 1 is Industry Committee Academia Program. Number 2 is UTM Industry Consortium. Number 3 is exhibition showcase to industry and community. And number 4, yeah, University Industry Satellite Lab. Okay, we go one by one. Yeah, number 1 is what we call the Industry Community Academia Program. So we have many events. Yeah, for example, Innovate Johor, yeah, Engineering Industry Innovation Day, yeah, M4STAR Virtual Award 2020. Yeah, we also have, for example, this one, yeah, we have JIVE, we have University for Society, U4S, we have Sulam, yeah, many program, yeah, and in this program, yeah, we have workshop, roundtable, town hall, yeah, to increase joint publication, strengthen our collaborative partner, yeah. So all this, yeah, bring all our stakeholder, yeah, join together with UTM. How UTM industry can move forward. So this is a 5 R&D that we stress, yeah, in our collaboration. So full research contract, yeah, joint R&D funding, special Unix program, industry case study, and also satellite lab, yeah. And we what benefits will industry get from collaboration with us, yeah. We list 12 benefits for them, yeah. Professional and certified expert tax incentive, accredited and satellite lab incubators, joint grant application, grant incentive, capacity building, talent recruitment, co-branding, endowment, yeah, chair professor, CSR, and also income generation. For example, for tax incentive, yeah, if industry join together with us, we give double tax deduction for them. So if, for example, they give us 1 million and they can claim with LHDN 2 million, yeah, what we call it double tax deduction. This is very important to our industry, yeah. Number 2 initiative is UTM Industry Government Agency Consortium, yeah. So we come up with a few consortium, yeah. And in this consortium, yeah, for example, we have niche area, yeah, frontier material, resource sustainability, innovative engineering, yeah, health and wellness, and smart digital community. From our niche area, yeah, we make up, we develop the consortium, yeah, and this consortium based on our expertise, yeah, to solve the nation problem SDG agenda. Yeah. Initiative number 3, yeah, what we call the exhibition showcase to industry and community. This is very important, yeah. So from time to time, yeah, we manage to make the showcase, yeah, to industry and community. We bring, yeah, their CEOs from very grand industry come to UTM, also from industri kecil sederhana, whatever, yeah. And we show them our expertise, yeah, from all the schools, from all the PTJs, from all the faculty, yeah, from our research alliance, and we match the expertise, yeah, to solve whatever SDG agenda the industry have, yeah. So this is our showcases, but not just showcases, but we follow up, yeah, what is the post engagement, and if they are serious, yeah, we come up with the steering committee to just focus on this collaboration, yeah, UTM and industry. For example, our with Dream Age, yeah, one of the very promising industry in our country, yeah. So we make the pre-engagement, we engage, yeah, and not just engage, but we have post-engagement and outcome monitoring reporting. So based on this series of engagement and very serious collaboration, yeah, we managed to secure many projects from just this one industry. Yeah. For example, yeah, we have training program, industry expertise training, yeah, marketing IP joint grant application, and technology licensing, yeah, many, yeah. This is from MMHE, yeah, a very big industry in oil and gas, yeah, in Pasir Gudang. We have with UMW, one of the big industry in automotive, yeah. We have what we call the Toyota, yeah, Toyota, and also Peru 2, yeah, under UMW, yeah. So we managed to, for example, solve their waste management, yeah, their energy sustainability, many, yeah, apa ni, SDG agenda. We come up with this collaboration. So this is, for example, and number 4 initiative, yeah, last initiative, we have what we call the accredited lab, yeah. What is accredited lab? I really like the word living lab, yeah. But in our case here, we have real lab, yeah, real lab in UTM, yeah. So the industry come to UTM and set up their lab in our university, yeah. This is what we call the inbound laboratory lab, yeah. For example, Ericsson, Proton, yeah, Real Strong, and IGN, yeah. They give the funding, they give the expertise and develop accredited lab, yeah, in our university. So also we have this is the chair, for example, yeah, with Proton, Iskandar, QSR, and also Kiswaya. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, again, yeah, to answer our objective, yeah, how to strengthen our partnership with industry, for example, and also, yeah, not just industry actually, yeah, we have also agency and also community, yeah. But for this presentation, I think I just focus to industry, yeah. And how can we assist, yeah. Number 1, yeah, we must have a very strong and clear governance. So that's why we must have the policy, yeah. So we have policy libat sama komite industri, yeah, and also procedure in hubungan industri and procedure libat sama committee. So every staff, every students want to make the partnership or collaboration with our stakeholder. They really have, they know, yeah, what and how they can make the impactful collaboration. Number two, system. Yeah, we all networking in UTM, and after that make the reporting until the starting. Yeah, so this is system we just launched 2 months 2 months, yeah, until now. Yeah, and number three, yeah, we give the incentive for every PTJ or every staff that can make impactful collaboration with industry or community or agency. We will give them funding. Yeah, we have two funding. Number one, what we call the M4 star funding. Yeah, and number two is knowledge transfer program, research innovation grant. Yeah, number one is for the industry engagement, and number two for community engagement. So we have governance, we have system, and we have incentive, and last one we have reward. Yeah, so we have what we call the rating star rating. Yeah, we have 1 star until 5 star, and if they get 5 star, they can claim, yeah, in ELPPT, our KPI, our what we call the ELPPT. Yeah, we give them 10 bonus mark. Yeah, if they can get 5 star, yeah, in their engagement. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is all the how 16, yeah, Center for Community and Industry Network, yeah, support, yeah, ecosystem in UTM to make
Provided mute.
Hello, hello. Dr. Johari is not. We lost the connection, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Joe, are you there? I think we're having problems. we have to wait. Dr. Joe, are you still there? If not, maybe we have to finish or complete the sessions for the next speaker, because it's already 1:10. So we may have another 10 to 50 minutes more. Dr. Joe, if you are here coming back, so we do hope that maybe you can make it some conclusion later on once we have a time, or anybody would like to have some questions to him. Please drop your questions in the chat box, okay? Because we have to, but I'm not so sure whether we can make sure the next speaker to share the slide, because still now it's a slide from Dr. Joe.
Okay, Prof. You want me to try now?
Yeah, please, can you try? But since Dr. Azim will coming to our last but not least for the speaker for this session, the part 2 session. So I would like to thank to CCIN who actually participate this program with us, and very energetic. I know those who actually the first time meeting with Dr. Joe, you will have this kind of aura from him. So I hope that this is the best platform for anyone who would like to make it some contact with Dr. Johari and also his team from the CCIN. You can get some little bit insight from him, especially towards to the community, the CSR program, as well as for the industrial, like been given by Dr. Joe just now. Okay, so now we have the next speaker, the last speaker. I do hope you stay tuned, all the participants, because this is one of maybe the part of maybe never we try to make it in reality like Petisas, because Dr. Azlin will be the representative to explain and to share with us on involvement with the local sustainability program under Petisas. So I know that Petisas have a lot of sharing with many others platform, but this one's quite different because we want to integrate with those actually maybe not even as the member under the Petisas. So I would like to call Dr. Azlin. So she is the Assistant Secretary under the Petisas, Persatuan Pegawai Takbiran Ikhtisas in University Technology Malaysia. So Dr. Azlin, the platform is yours now.
Thank you, Prof. In order for me to start with the speech, can I check whether the slide is moving okay at your side, Prof?
Yeah,
Now, is it moving?
moving. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to share just only 4 slides today because I know I am the last for this session. Yeah. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azlin binti Abdul Jamil. I am the Assistant Secretary of Persatuan Pegawai Tadbir dan Ikhtisas Pertisas University Technology Malaysia. So my presence here is to represent the President of Pertisas, Mr. Azri bin Hohad. He sends regard to everyone, and this slide is prepared by us together, and now we are going to share about how Pertisas involved with local societies for the sustainabilities through the programs conducted engaged between Pertisas and the society. The title will be Pertisas Involvement in Local Sustainability Programs. So Pertisas was formed on 31st of March 1993 under the Section of 7 Laws of Malaysia Act 335, Societies Act 1966. So under the registration number of PPM 01101 310319993, just to share with you. So the objective, okay, Pertisas' objective to contribute to the stability of UTM's ecosystem by promoting sustainability for the benefit of its staff, for its members and other stakeholders that it engaged with. So in the slide, we can see some of the main objectives that I want to share with you of the existence of Pertisas. So distinguish between association and union, yeah. Just to share with you, Pertisas is an association, okay, but it is not a union, which actually between the differ at one important point, which is to strike or not to strike. So basically, only union is allowed to go on strike when or where necessary, but not association. So just to share with you, association persatuan tak boleh buat mogok. It is illegal for an association to go on strike because it will go beyond the legal form of the association, and if it does, the association can be prosecuted and suspended. Just to share with you some of the important element and point and behavior as well for an association like Pertisas. For its registration, okay, like other NGO in Malaysia, Pertisas too is registered legally to the Department of Registry of Societies of Malaysia, ROS, okay, responsible for submitting achievement reports to ROS annual basis, where you can involve in many channels to with Pertisas. So basically, involvement of you with Pertisas to maintain the sustainability of the well-being of the members. Yep, you can actually involve with us for many activities that you can engage with. So to share with you, membership of Petisas consists of administrative and support officers of UTM Malaysia, grade A and grade B only. It is like grade 29 and above. Okay, so the existence of Petisas is to ensure the sustainability and well-being of its members, as well as the stakeholders engaged with the association, as I mentioned just now. So in the first place, it exists to uphold and consolidate the principles of effectiveness and equitable and democratic management of the members. It looks after the welfare of its members. It also promotes members' cooperation, understanding, and well-being. Not to forget to maintain and develop relationships with other agencies that are consistent with the association's responsibilities and goals. And last but not least, it is to develop administrative professional and other areas that will contribute to the university's image and enhancements. So, yep, these are some of the activities that Petisas have conducted with the engagement of its own members as well as other stakeholders inside and outside. So, one of the activities that we can promote and uphold with through Petisas existence is to uphold the community services. We engage with P40 communities, schools, community, as well as to enhance the well-being of the society within the ecosystem. Besides community services, we also conduct webinars and conferences, especially for the members of Petisas. During last Ramadan, we helped the members of the Petisas to distribute kurma dates for one of the activity for Ramadan by Petisas. Besides that, we also conduct activities, physical activities, like adventure expedition. One of the activity that we can share with you that has been just conducted last month, we bring our members and their family members as well as other societies outside members who were excited to join with us to Bukit Payung Batu Pahat Johor. Okay, it was an adventurous expedition and led by Mr. Azizul and J. Hairi. Yeah. So furthermore, we also conduct trainings and upskill courses for the members as well as other outside members who wants to join. We also visited warded members in hospital, and monthly we conduct Khatam Al-Quran ceremony at UTM level. So these are some of activities conducted by Petisas. Thank you. If you can see my slide now, next I want to share with you some of the activities conducted by Petisas through the Facebook. So these are more activities that I can share with you. Okay, can you see it? I cannot share the Facebook page of Petisas, but it's okay. That's all, Prof.
Thank you.
Petisas. And
Very quick.
Very
Thank you very much, Dr. Azlin. One of the best things from the Petisas as well, because they are having this, a sort of community engagement and volunteerism as well activity. And this is the first time we invite Petisas to share their experience, and because usually people more towards on the volunteerism, on the welfare activity, but in the sustainability we focus more on that, especially on the well-being, the humans activities that you try to engage with many peoples. And maybe that's some of the reason people only knows that sustainability is about the academician, the academic staff, for example. So this is the reason why we bring you here, Dr. Azlin, to make sure that those actually, I'm not so sure whether it is auto registration or non-auto registration means that this is a promotion for you. Those actually in this particular platform, you can promote. Those actually not the active members or still not as a member in the Petisas, please do so. For
Thank you,
example.
Prof. Thank you for the for promoting Pratisas. Yes, everyone who is actually at the grade B level and above, macam grade 29 and above, you can join Pratisas, yeah, with just the involvement fee of RM5 per month. Join us. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you. So, thank you very much again to Dr. Azlin, and thank you very much again to all presenter for this session. Since we already take about maybe more than 10 minutes as we expected from the beginning, but we still have a time because we have to break for the next part 3 session that will be starting in 2:30 at 2:30. So please, those who actually, especially the green manager who stay until this time, please make sure that you can rejoin our program at 2:30. But before I forget, I would like to make sure that everyone who actually attending the program, make sure that you already click the attendance because we are giving you the CPD as well as for the certificates. And we also put the form of feedbacks. So please copy the links, and maybe after this you can make it yourself because we need you to evaluate this program, whether this is good for you or this is some kind of improvement, the next one, okay? Because we are going to have this session for the next coming round, maybe 2 or 3 session by this one, because we are receiving your feedbacks and we improvise it from there. Because I know that some of us notice that we call for many other stakeholders, not only in UTM, outside the UTM, they are actually having non-stop lecturing. They try to make sure that it should be in 50 minutes. So maybe that's actually one of the lesson learned that maybe we should highlight in the next seminar. So thank you again. So we enjoying all the session, all the speakers. Thank you very much for your very good insights, and we shall resume our next session for this afternoon at 2:30. So until then, I would like to close this session and thank you very much again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
See you later at 2:30.